Good morning, student. Today in theme 9, we will start our next topic, the imperial household. The term harem is frequently used to refer to the domestic world of the Mughals. Harem means a house. A It originated in the Persian word haram, meaning a sacred place, a place where the uh, the king and his family and their relatives also lived. Okay, the Mughal household consisted of the emperor's wives and their uh, concubines, his near and distant relatives, mothers, step and foster mothers, sisters, daughters, daughter-in-laws, aunts, children, etc., and female servants and slaves. All they lived in the harem. Polygamy was practiced widely in the Indian subcontinent, especially among the ruling groups. So, one ruler had many wives on that time. It means many queens. Both for the Rajput clans as well as the Mughals, the marriage was a way of cementing political relationship and forging alliances. So the Mughals or the Rajput clans, they were on that time the marriages were uh, they were also that one like as for their to increase their political relationship, okay, and for the different type of alliances. The gift of territory was often accompanied by the gift of a daughter in marriage. This ensured a continuing hierarchical relationship between the ruling groups, so they were also exchange the gifts. And the dot on the marriage of daughter, the kings, they were also gave a different type of the gifts to the king. It was through the link of marriage and the relationship that developed as a result that the Mughals were able to form a vast kinship network that linked them to important groups and helped to hold a vast empire together. So, this was the main reason that the rulers on that time they were you adopted this polygamy. The Mughal household, a distinction, was maintained between wives who came from royal families, Begum, and the other wives, Agas, who were not of the noble birth. So the wives or the Begums, those who were belong to the same as it is royal families, that wives known as the Begums, but the wives, those who were not belong to the royal families, that wives of a king known as the Agas. The Begums married after receiving huge amounts of cash and valuable as dowry or meher, dor or meher, naturally received a higher status and greater attention from their husband and then did agas. Okay, so the king also pay a lot of attention to the begums because the begums brought valuable meher with her. And at the time of the marriage, apart from wives, numerous male and female slaves populated the Mughal household. So males and the female slaves were on that time in the Mughal household, those who were doing different type of the works or in the harem. After Noor Jahan, Mughal queen, the princess began to control the significant financial resources. Shah Jahan's daughter Jahanara and Roshanara enjoyed an annual income often equal to that of the high imperial Mansabdar. Here you see in this picture, these are the pictures of the Jahan Ara and the Roshan Ara. Those who, both of them, they were doing the work like as the Mansabdar, and these had a lot of their these both were, they had the control on the income, the annual income of the empire, the whole empire. Jahan Ara, in addition, received revenue from the port city of Surat, which was a lucrative center of the overseas trade. Now, the Jahan Ara participated in many architectural projects of Shah Jahan's new capital in Shahjahanabad, Delhi. The Bazaar of Chandni Chowk was also designed by the Jahan Ara. An interesting book giving us a glimpse into the domestic world of the Mughals is the Humayun Nama, written by the Gulbadan Begum. Gulbadan was the daughter of the Babur and Humayun's sister. Gulbadan could write fluently in the Turkish and Persian, so she knows these two languages very well. She described a great detail the conflicts and tension among the prince and kings, and the important mediating role a elderly woman on that time of the family played in resolving some of these conflicts. So the elder women on that time, they also play the role of the mediator and try to resolve all these conflict on that time in between the kings and the prince. Okay, student, thank you.